How's it going, folks? I'm going to try to create a video here using OBS. First time I've done it, so I apologize if it doesn't come out too well. But I'm going to show you the settings I use to laser etch these aluminum bottle openers on my xTool F2 using infrared laser. And this isn't not natural light. They look a little better in natural light, but even here they don't look too bad. You can see that there's a dark chocolate brown, and it is brown. I haven't figured out how to get black without taking 5 hours. So I did both of these at one time. It took about 38 minutes to laser etch both of these. I don't know the aluminum alloy composition. I bought these off of Amazon. They're very inexpensive bottle openers. There are better ones out there. There are coated ones that'll be easier and quicker. But I just wanted to use all metal surface and use the IR on it. These are pretty deep. There's scores in here. You can you can feel these with your fingernail. It's definitely etching into the aluminum. So you can see there's a dark brown, then there's a tan color, and then there's a white color. It looks kind of tan on here, but it's white in natural light. Same here. On this one, I put like a triple outline just to make it look better. And these look good with names, different fonts. This is actually 3 colors, but can't see the colors real well in this one. Might turn this down because these look a little yellow. Instead of this tan, get a more yellow color. And these sun rays in this logo. There's a friend of mine, Darkwater Actual, on YouTube here and Instagram. But anyway, I'm new at vector graphics, so you'll have to forgive that also. But I just converted my logo to vector graphics and did these. And let me switch to image capture. Guess I could just turn this off. Here is the xTool Studio. I'll show you these settings. Try to zoom in here if I can get that open. And so I have several layers. You can see down here I got the black, purple, yellow, and cyan. And those are just for the different shades, different settings, different shades. So I'll unpack this a little bit so you can see what I have here. I should have grouped these. Well, actually, there's an outline here too. So some of these are grouped together, the layers, because I wanted similar shades on each one. But this one is the dark chocolate one. In these settings, I used 100% power. When I ran this one, I used 8 millimeters per second and only one pass. So after I was done, I changed it to 10 and I'm going to do 2 passes. So it might be a little darker. I don't think it'll be black, but it still looks pretty good. There's plenty of contrast. Now, when I go to here, this is what's white. The same with the blue down here. That one I set at 100% power, 500 millimeters a second, and one pass. All of these I put at 300 lines per centimeter. And you can mess around with them, get a little bit different shades. 500 is pretty fast, so I like that. And this scoring I did at 100 millimeter or 100%, 20 millimeters per second, and one pass. And it doesn't show up real well, but This was too much. So I didn't, this score, I turned off output, so it ignored this. But I just have that to keep everything together. And this is actually what I created my logo from. This, did I already go over this yellow? And this is the tan color on the actual parts. I'm going to mess with it until it comes out yellow. So, but that's 100% power, 100 millimeters per second, one pass. I might turn that up to like 250 millimeters per second and see if it's more yellow than tan. Because it actually, on some things, it comes out kind of gold looking. It's kind of neat. And all of these I did, like I said, 300, and do the incremental with a cross hatching. And I think I did that on all of them. Well, all of the solid ones. Yes. And you can mess with this. I've seen people put angles in here and it get different looks with different angles. I guess it depends on the material and the direction. These are flat on top. I just made a little jig by putting a little, this is cardboard glued together, thin like cereal box cardboard. I need to get a 3D printer and I can print out better jigs, but I just used this, pushed them up against that, and line these up on there. So it works for now. I'll get better at this. A couple of them didn't come out lined up very well, so I have to get better before I start picking up customers and charging them money for this. They're not going to want the mistakes. I'm not going to tear this apart. It's the same thing. All these colors were these settings. And like I said, the score on this one, what I did was I did 2 offsets. So these are actually 3 different scores just to make it a little, widen it up. I did like 0.2, 0.1 or 0.2 offset outward just to make that thicker. And someone that knows vector art better than me could probably tell me a better way. I would appreciate it. Any comments that you put in here, tips, tricks. If you want to holler at me for doing it all wrong, that's fine too. It's all appreciated. I'm learning and I appreciate all the help I can get. But like I said, once I guess I will tear this apart. Once I created one of these, I offset it twice and then I grouped them all together just so it stays together when I move them. And you have to, the camera doesn't look right on here, so you have to, I use the framing, the outline framing every time because this could bounce out a little bit. Until I build some 3D printed jigs, it's going to be hard to keep these exactly consistent. So do the outline framing, go look at it, come back, move it till it gets in the right place, or move these, however you want to do it. I have used pieces of cardboard to push it out a little bit, but on this one, I just moved them. These are inexpensive, very inexpensive keychains on Amazon. Some of them have burrs and they're not great, but it's good practice. So let's go. I'm going to let the video run. It's a long video, so you can scroll to the end and see what they look like right when they came off of the printer. I sped it up 4 times speed, but it's still like 23 minutes or so. But I will turn this off, turn this on. And it looks like it started. So I'm going to let this run, and it's kind of noisy. I apologize, but some people might like to listen to that. And I'll just end the video after this. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And like I said, in the comments, if you want to give me tips, pointers, I'd appreciate it. If you've done similar, if you have links, link me to your videos. And This community is great so far. The xTool community I find very helpful. Everyone helps each other. I left this open just to make it show up better on the video. And I use glasses all the time, even when this is shut, because IR you can't see, so you don't know if it's going to hit you or not. So even if this is shut, it might reflect just the right way to, you don't want to mess with your eyesight. So anyway, I'm going to turn on the audio of the video and turn my audio off, and thank you for watching. I hope everyone has a good day. sped that up a little more just so it finishes up. I know this is quite boring sitting there watching that, but if you've come this far, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate the watch hours. I didn't know it was going to start over when I changed those settings, so I just jumped about halfway into it. So sorry for the little jump in there, but this speed is a lot cooler to watch. One of these days it'll be powerful enough, and some of those more powerful, like a fiber laser, can do this kind of stuff this fast or faster. Once again, thanks for watching. Hit like, hit dislike, subscribe, unsubscribe. Any kind of interaction with the video is much appreciated. Have a good day. I'm learning some OBS tricks as we go. And I turn that volume down. Let me turn it down even more. I promise the next video will be better. Every one is a little bit better. It won't be great, but it will be better. Thanks again for watching. Watch to the end, and I'll just pop up that one video again, or the image of the finished product when we get to the end, and that'll be about it. You can scroll to the end if you want to just look at that. Thanks again for watching. Oh, and at the end of this video, when I pull them off the machine, that is under natural light. There's some artificial light from the machine, but when I wipe them off and hold them up to the camera, there's some sunlight coming in through the shades. So a little better representation of what they look like right at the end of this video, just before it ends. Let me correct myself. As you saw, I just turned a light on, so it's the combination of artificial and natural light. Thanks. If you made it this far, I greatly appreciate it. And if you have any suggestions, if you want a keychain with your logo on it, let me know. I can do some, especially if you already have scalable vector graphics, and single colors, of course, are a lot easier. It might be too time consuming if I have to really remake someone's logo, but if you have some good artwork, we can see what happens. And I don't have to do it in vector. I could engrave images, but vectors usually come out more consistent. And like I said, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, make suggestions, tell me what I did wrong, all that fun stuff. Hope everyone has a good evening, good day, wherever you are. Thank you.